Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina and our fabulous guests in their virtual studios today. Tina, how are you doing?
Fabulous. We had a 3-day weekend.
Did
I did not do anything. I unplugged the entire weekend. I am so excited.
You did?
And yesterday I was like, oh, I have a whole day off. So I hope you guys didn't miss us. We had a 3-day weekend. We actually took off yesterday. But please welcome all of our guests in the studio, in our virtual studio today.
Iram, how are you?
Ibram.
Oh, sorry, Iram.
And Keitra.
Yes.
No, it's Keitra and
Iram.
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 So glamorous.
Iram. It's not Iram.
I apologize.
You guys are making a little Spanish accent there.
It's beautiful.
Rolling your R's, yeah.
Iram. Okay, can you tell me why you were wearing a sweater?
Why am I wearing a sweater? Because it's snowing here in Denver today.
Oh, wow.
And wasn't it just like 100 degrees yesterday?
Yeah, in fact, over the weekend, we have some friends who have a pool. We went and hung out at their pool, and yeah, it was this beautiful, beautiful weekend, like gorgeous.
Wait, you hung out at a pool this weekend, and now it's.
I know. I just had to put a sweater on. It's gonna get back up. It dropped down to freezing last night. It'll stay freezing today and through tonight, but then tomorrow it'll warm back up. So we didn't turn the heater on because the very first time you turn it on, it's a thing.
It has that little smell to it.
Yeah. And so I just put a sweater on. I've got some hot coffee, but seriously, there's snow on the neighbors' roofs. I mean, it is, yeah, we had to pull.
Okay, how much snow is it? A lot?
No. It's just that, but it's cold. It's freezing cold. What?
I might have to rethink my travel to Colorado.
Colorado? Okay. All right. So let's find out where our fabulous guests are coming from. And we'll have our weather. I should have my green screen.
Our weather app. And
then in the East Coast, and we have this front.
Yeah, because in the East Coast, here in North Carolina, it is like 150,000 degrees. It's hot as heck. And yeah, but this morning I took my dogs on a walk and it was a little crisp. You know, that little crisp fall air. I was like, what is it that I smell?
It is pretty. It is really pretty when it switches like that.
Right?
Yeah,
it feels
gorgeous.
So good. Ibram, where are you coming from?
From Dallas, Texas. So I'm in
Dallas. Obviously, it's hot over there.
Well, this morning it's 79, but yeah, it did get pretty hot over the weekend. We stay in the hundreds or 100 plus heat index. So yeah.
And look at you with your bare shoulders.
Got to, I know. It's as professional as it gets, right?
Yeah, I put on a long sleeve shirt, a sweater, and I have on socks, but they have penguins on them.
Wait, do you have a heater underneath there too?
No. It's not that cold. I mean, it's not that cold in the house because it was pretty warm in the house over the weekend, right? But we did turn the air conditioning off, and normally I'm running around barefoot, but I put socks on. This morning.
You should have your wine socks on.
I did have my wine socks on. Ooh, they weren't in that drawer. They're in my warm and cozy drawer. I haven't opened that drawer up. I'll switch my socks out. You guys have to see.
Wait, you have a warm and cozy drawer?
I do. It's got, sweatshirts and sweatpants and those fuzzy socks.
All in one drawer?
Yeah, it's like when I just need that layer, okay, it's cold. Do you not have a warm and cozy drawer?
No.
It sounds like a great idea. I need one.
Right.
I do have my 2 drawers that I have my bathing suits and stuff like that in. And then in the winter time, I take those bathing suits, I take them out, and then I put my gloves and my fuzzy socks in those. So that's probably my warm and cozy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually keep my swimsuits in a bin up in the top of my closet because I don't have to get to them very often.
Your 1 month a year that you get to use your bathing suits, right?
Right. Okay. All right. So, Dr. Keitra, how are you today?
I'm good. How's everyone? I'm excited to be here.
Are you
Now, are you from San Francisco?
No, interesting. No, I'm not. I chose this virtual background. Okay, so maybe that's my fantasy place that I would like to be in. But I am from Dallas, Texas, too. I'm where Aram is from. So we are here down in this unpredictable weather. One day we hot, next day we cold. But today is hot. So
I think there was a whole thing going through like the Midwest, right? Like everybody was like 100 degrees over the weekend, and today it's going to be snowing. Like I think there was so much social media on that. They're like, I think they got this wrong. Today's 98 and tomorrow 32 and snowing.
Well, that's about Texas. That's what it sounds like. We so unpredictable.
Well, I woke up this morning and I said to my husband, it was really nice having 3 days off. And he laughed at me because over the weekend we switched around our office and rearranged the furniture. And he's like, you count that as not working. I'm like, no, I didn't have to wake up early. I didn't have any appointments. I didn't have people counting on me. But we worked. I mean, we moved furniture and rearranged all of our
stuff. So you took over Jay's office. He took over your office, and now he can't even come through the office if you're live.
I just said that to him. I just said that. Yeah. He can't sneak in. He can't sneak into the office because the door is right.
Right. Because I remember he used to be able to go through.
Yeah.
And you would see he's in there or whatever.
Yeah, he can come behind the curtain.
You're gonna have to go in and stay in all day if you want to go to work.
Yeah, well, so I've got the background where it can come right back up behind me. But we kind of opened it up because I don't know, we're just playing with it. But that was how I relaxed, quote unquote, Angel relaxed. I did go see some friends. We hung out at the pool a little bit. But yeah, that was my relaxing. And he laughed at me when I was like, hey, I didn't have to work all weekend. And yet he feels like we worked all weekend. And he's really glad I went back to work. He's not coming in here today. Actually, he hasn't moved into my desk. He's
okay. So what was the reason for switching? You just wanted a new
just to open it up.
Okay.
I just have more space here because I was pretty squished in that little corner. With the
you have an L-shaped desk now?
I had an L-shaped desk. Now I have a U-shaped desk.
Oh, so now you have more.
It is like the command center. Like, yeah, I've got my disco ball here now. So I had an L, and because none of us thought we would be permanently sitting in front of our Zooms and our desks all day
for 6 months.
Yeah. So all right. So tell me what your desk situation is, Miss Tina, and we're gonna find out.
So now I was in a different area in my house.
Yeah, you moved too.
The little flowers. Remember the eyeballs?
Yeah.
And so I switched it over to the other side of my room.
See,
and kind of made like a office space back here. I got a little cute backdrop. Because I wanted something different. I wanted, it to be more lively and it to be all on my brand. So now people think this is a fake background. I'm like, no, it's real.
Okay. Aram, how about you? What's your office situation?
Okay, so I basically have a large bookshelf in the back that has like all of my books from college because I refuse to give them away. And so I'm surrounded by.
You might need them one day, right?
You do. Oh, absolutely. I use them like at least once a week. I'm pulling something out. But I have like my TVs in front of me and a big long mirror. And I'm like, that's all I need in my office, really. So yeah, just like the tech setup, and that's about it.
Are you spending more time there, less time there? What's your?
Well, it's half and half because I work in the field as well, right? I'm in the construction home services trade. So I love going out and supporting realtors. And so we walk houses together, we take a look at the design, and then I come back in here and jump on my computer and like revamp the whole, entire plans that we have going on. So we Zoom meeting after probably being on the field for like a day or two. So yeah, that's it's a good break though. It's a good break, being able to go out.
Okay, how about you? How about you, Keitra? What's your office situation?
Yeah, I have like the L, the L shape, and then I have a chef behind me, and obviously you don't see those right now, but yeah, I have a chef behind me, and it's cozy, it's comfortable, and I think I agree with Tina. We never thought we would be at home working for 6 months, but I think that now you can't find a desk anywhere when you try to look for one, and it's just.
Did you have to change desk or changed areas once you kind of thought, okay, this is going to be like my life right now?
No, I've always had a home office. Like that's just a requirement. So I've always had a home office. I think I have engaged in being in it more now, but I've always had a home office. Both my husband and I, we use them quite frequently. So yes, but I like it. I don't know, this may sound touche, but I like being at home and I like working from home.
Yeah,
I like that.
Angel and I are kind of digging the home.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere type of thing.
Yeah, so I got the whole front desk L shape, but it works, and I'm comfortable.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It is, it's funny that, we're like rearranging furniture and trying to find our new thing. I've got the virtual backdrop that we'll put up once in a while. And
so how are you going to do the virtual backdrop if your backdrop is not completely?
So it does. It envelops me. But then it kind of closes off the whole thing which is why I was playing like with my little settings here, because we didn't want look like I'm kind of a little closer now. We're still playing, right? Of how where this desk is and the depth of like all of that shifts. And you don't even really think about.
And your lighting is a lot better right now too, because I know when your window is right in front of you. And
yeah, so right behind here is a window. And so there has to be something. We either have to close that blind. Yeah.
So I remember that one time, I think it was right when we changed the time and the sun was coming up and it was just.
Oh yeah. It was
like
so bright. It was like blinding me. Yeah. But look, Jay like hooked up my disco ball. So I have like this little underneath the desk, my disco ball switch.
Wait, you have an underneath the desk disco ball switch?
Most people use it like for like an alarm panel or something.
It's a secret alarm.
No, mine is to turn on my disco ball.
He definitely is MacGyver. He has it underneath the desk switch to turn your disco ball.
Yeah, he would have given me a remote control. I've got this.
Well, and you also have your little easy button.
Yeah.
Remote there.
Look, so he bought me one of these. It's like this little Stream Deck, so I can just hit the button, and it changes. Like, so with all my Zoom stuff. Look,
don't turn us off.
I know. What could I could stop my video. Oh, that didn't work.
No. MacGyver, you're fired.
All right. Well, anyway, so it's supposed to do like all this fun stuff. Mute me. So when I sneeze on camera,
right?
Like all this. Yeah.
And she always sneezes like twice. Like on the morning, every single time on the morning show, she has to sneeze 2 times.
Yeah, I know. I even took a Benadryl this morning because I was feeling it coming on and it just hasn't kicked in. Oh, noises. Oh, fun noises. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to know our guests a little bit better. Ladies, we're so excited that you joined us here this morning for the bright start to our day. I'm going to start with, let's see, who do I have? I have Keitra and I have you both. All right. Let's start with Aram. Navigating through male-dominated roles and industries. You did say you were in the construction industry, which is definitely a male-dominated industry. I used to be in radio, which is also pretty male-centric. She's also here to promote the Navigate Her conference, which is super fun. I want to hear all about that. You're both participating in that, which is an event hosted by
all 3 of us are.
Oh, you are? Okay. Our executive. Am I? No,
you're not.
Okay.
We say that upset because she forgot about something that she had to do today. And I was like, no, you have this. She goes, no, I don't. And I'm like, yes. And you have this. How are you going to be at both places? And she's like, oh,
Angel may have booked herself a little bit today. But Erin Rashid Jones is a woman that inspires us to live in our Ikigai, which is Japanese mindfulness practice that combines the joy from doing everything with a sense of purpose, meaning, and well-being. Ooh, this is good stuff. I can't wait to hear about this. My new space brings me joy because it's a little bit more open.
Good.
It's feeling that your life has a positive impact in all your contributions. She's definitely someone that lives in her Ikigai. From managing her multiple businesses like Electrician on Call, an award-winning electrical and HVAC company that's, by the way, one of DFW's most reliable locally owned service contractors, to managing the global programming for Dallas Professional Women, an organization of high-powered, action-oriented women professionals serving on local nonprofit boards. She does all of that so she can champion accessibility issues. Her impactful contributions have been committed to social responsibility. She is the founder of Tools and Technology Trailblazers, a nationally recognized STEM program that helps underserved communities learn about the incredible opportunities in the construction industry. She's also one of the co-founders of Lady Pros, an international movement and call to action for women in the construction trades to thrive in a male-dominated industry while supporting women in non-traditional jobs. When she's not in the office, you can find her either volunteering in the community alongside families or speaking to groups about the importance of corporate responsibility. There's a whole lot more of awards and everything else that you've done. What an honor and a pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us about this Navigate Her conference.
Yeah, it's an amazing conference, and the lineup of speakers and just the women that will be giving advice is going to be so impactful because it's women that actually take their own advice. And I love learning from people that lead by example. So what I really love about this is we don't have any branded ambassadors. I mean, these are real women that have been doing stuff for a very long time. And so I kind of feel like everyone can walk away with like a blueprint on how to be better. And so yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. And I'm just so thrilled to be part of that. So I'll be on panel and talking about just like the blueprint about like, how do you navigate through a male dominated, industry? When do you decide whether you have to pull the plug or not? Like, what are those decision factors that are going to lead you to be the best that you can be in your role? So I'm really excited to talk about that. I've been in the construction home industry trades for about 20 years. So, you see a lot, you grow a lot, and every day it's a growth process. The way I was maybe 5 years ago is definitely not where I am now. So there's a lot of, lessons learned to share, and I can't keep that to myself. Like, I got to give that away to everyone else. So yeah, that's why I'm super excited to be part of it. And it's just like an honor to be alongside like women like you and, Dr. Keetra, because I'm going to be learning from you guys too. So I'm really excited to be part of it.
That is amazing. What are some of the things that you can tell us about this male dominating world that you live in?
Well, number one, I'll tell you this, almost every industry is a male dominated industry. Let's be real for a moment, right? So as long as we know, like as women coming in, what we're up against and being able to be collaborative in everything that we do, it really takes you much further. So, learning how to be diplomatic and understanding that we have to think not 2 steps ahead, not 3 steps ahead, like 15 steps ahead. And if you're not thinking 15 steps ahead, you're not there yet. So take one thing, like that's like one gold nugget today is if you're working in an environment where you feel like you're being overlooked, overshadowed, or someone's stealing your ideas. Girl, I've been there. I've been through all of it. I've been through corporate America as well, where you might have amazing ideas, but because it's coming out of your mouth, because it's coming out of your email, they're not consuming it. but you almost have to have a spokesperson for you to sell your ideas. And that's a sad, sad thing that turns a lot of women away. So
it really is. I came from the corporate world when I went and got a real job in corporate America, and it was all male dominating. And I was the only female there, and I made more money working less hours than everyone there. And they would be, they would always tell me these little things, oh, what are you doing to sell so many? And what are you doing? And you got to be doing something.
yeah.
It can't be just because of what I am, who I am, and how I build relationships and those kind of things, but it was always these little dabs, what are you doing? And there's always like these sexual remarks, what are you doing to sell all these things?
You're so right. And, and your whole brand is about like customer retention and all of that. I love it. I love it so much because you prove that you can't be a 5-star company. You don't by accident become the best, or you don't by accident become, shatter glass ceilings. You have to work so hard at it every single day. And the one day that you're caught sleeping, right, because you're tired and exhausted from it, that's the day that the rug's like being pulled from underneath you. Right. So as women, sometimes we just have to hear other women go, girl, yeah, I have to put in like 300%, not 100%. That's not enough in this dominated role or industry. So I'll be talking about those points, and I'll also be challenging women to take that empty seat at the table, because we're having a lot of those discussions right now about, equality in the boardroom, whether it's race related, whether it's women related, gender equality. And women now are a little afraid to take that empty seat because we don't want to be the token woman in the room. And so, there's some deep topics on it. So I'm really excited to go into a lot of detail with you guys and challenge you. And also, kind of challenge you on how to help the other woman be part of that table as well. We can't be the only woman sitting at that table. Yeah. So
I love that you're talking about it. I remember even 2.5 years ago, I started traveling as a speaker, and most speakers on stage are men.
Yes.
And I've got picture upon picture. I'm usually the only woman.
Like you and like 50 men, right?
All these guys, yeah, all these gentlemen, and they're all fabulous, right? And work their way up there. But it would often be, but 2.5 years later, I was at an event where it was exactly the opposite. It was all women and only one man. But it was just like kind of just that consistency of bringing on and lifting up and building others. And it's fun to be that trailblazer. You even have like your tools and tools and technology trailblazers. To be the trailblazer. And I think we're at a place where we can, and women are like almost like expecting, right, for us to be that trailblazer and to step in. There's an environment that is, I think, a little bit more open to it than maybe it has been in the past. I don't know about the past.
I think women do business a little bit differently than men do. We tend to build relationships, and we end up becoming friends, right? We're friends with all of our clients, whereas men kind of.
But it's okay, like that we do it differently. We don't have to be in a man's world. We don't have to be that male. I think as our femininity there's space for it. Right. And we don't have to always dress up and be the man and the boss and the grump, right? Not that men are grumpy, but sorry about that.
Still love men.
Right? But to wear dresses. It's okay to be feminine in that male space, and to embrace who we are as women. So I love that you're opening doors and involved. You're involved in so many things, and yet you have balance.
I do.
How did you become? How did you get there?
So yeah.
How did you do that?
So I seriously am like a project manager by trade, right? Like I was in software development and construction project management. It's the same cycle. So once you kind of break down how time works and you learn how to prioritize, and that's a couple of tools and tips that I'll be giving away to the ladies as well. I have a very well balanced personal life, and I have the ability to give back locally as well as globally, and then run, multiple businesses and be on advisory committees. And that might sound like a lot, but I promise you, it all has the same goal. So that mindfulness practice called Ikigai really just centers you, where you kind of sit down and go, okay, what are the God-given talents or natural talents and abilities that I have? How do those natural talents and abilities service the community? How can I make money off of them? Like, am I using it in the right space? And then how can I teach that to others? And then there's this intersection point in there. And as long as you operate in that space, you literally accomplish everything in the day. Like, you're not busy, you're productive. And there's a big difference between those words, right? Yes. So I'm just productive in everything that I do. And if it doesn't fall into something I feel passionate about, then it's not meant for me. But because I know how to collaborate with folks, I might go, hey, Dr. Keetra, this is in your realm. Can you take that? And she'll take it. Now we're even more productive. And it may have been a request that Tina was asking for. So she may have not got it from me, but Dr. Keetra ended up landing with it. She ran with it, and it didn't slow me down. And I can continue going. So that's how that practice works, with the mindfulness practice. Everyone that I know, everyone that I meet, I always tell them about it, especially when it's women that are wearing so many different hats, and they might have been raised in a traditional environment where they go, what do you want to be when you grow up? You can only pick one thing. And I'm like, that is the biggest lie that anyone has ever told anyone. You need to stop telling people you got to be only one thing. Because last time I checked, we're mothers, wives, sisters, aunts, friends.
Yeah, how many hats do we all have on? We have
exactly.
multiple.
So why are we being fed a lie that we can only do one thing? And we know, ladies, that we're like great at a lot of things. And there's a lot of things we're not good at. And that's where I say, stay in your lane.
Exactly.
Cultivate the things that you're good at, and the things that you're not, just pass it over to someone else that's their natural talents and ability. So that's how Ikigai works. So that's the challenge I'll put off to everyone that's out there listening is, take an inventory of your talents, your time, and see, how it goes. And I promise you, I don't even need an alarm clock. Every morning I just spring out of bed because I'm like, I got work to do. I know what I need to get done. And I just let things slide, but I'm very blessed to be in that environment. And it took many years to get there. But yeah, so I'm here now. So it's all good.
All right. Well, we've got Superwoman, right? We've got Superwoman in our midst, and she's not a myth. Like, she's a real living, breathing,
the legend.
This is fabulous. And so, Aram, where do you want people to go? Because I know we've got a couple of things. You've got the Navigate Her conference. You've also got the Dallas Professional Women Association. So all sorts of fun things. And you can give more than one call to action.
Right. No, I want to give women one call to action right now. And that really is for Dallas Professional Women. And that is a networking group where we celebrate all the hats you wear. And it's all about collaboration. We want you to maximize off of all of the people that you meet. So just don't meet Tina and go, okay, I know that you're a brand expert. No, squeeze her for everything that she knows because she was willing to give it. Okay, so that's the way it really works. And it's an amazing network of women and youth leaders and young leaders, which basically means, in a nutshell, that if you have a teen and she's watching you mamas out there and she's watching your friends and she wants to be a future millionaire or whatever, she needs to know what you're doing right now, not later. So we have a historian that takes account for all of the different success factors and the walls that you've busted open and the ceilings that you've shattered and the trails that you've blazed. And so it's amazing to hand that over to the younger generation so they can piggyback off of it. So my call to action to you guys is go to www.dallasprofessionalwomen.com and become a member over there. There's so many different perks. You get to learn about awesome events like Navigate Her way ahead of time. You get to learn about being a sponsor for some of these amazing, incredible events. So it has all the information there. Just go in and land on that website and we got you covered.
That sounds great. DallasProfessionalWomen.com. Do you have to be in Dallas?
No. So here's the cool part. Dallas and Houston are the only two professional women networks that you have to basically either work in Dallas, know someone in Dallas, or support Dallas. But there is no type of verification process where you got to be kin to somebody that knows somebody. Okay, we're not doing that. But there's other professional women networks like the ones in DC, Calabasas, where you have to know someone, be vetted out. Dallas is wide open. So you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a professional, you can be an up and coming, you can be retired. We want you at the table with us.
I
Awesome.
love it.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
So many of these women, women-owned organizations are like that. They're very collaborative, and who do you know, and what can you help us with, and what can you provide?
Yeah.
How can we help you?
Yes.
I love that. I love the collaboration of women. I love networking with women.
Yeah.
I think Tina loves it. I think Tina
know.
loves it. She's
I
like,
know.
love. Like she doesn't even, she's like, I got Dallas. We actually have quite a connection in Dallas. And so it's really fun to come down there. And now I've got more. We've got more people we can go visit when we go, when we start to do that.
Leave our house.
I know it is time. So do you go out very often throughout the day? Are you out and about?
I will only go out if number one, if my kids have a sports activity to do, they'll go. I'll sit in the car. I'm like, Mama, trust you. Okay. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines. You're good. And then for customer appointments or vendor appointments, and I'll go out for that. But as far as like socializing for real, I really have to hold back. And, but my network of women and my personal friends are so good and gracious about it. Like I haven't been going out. I went out once this weekend socially, and it was in and out, like within 2 hours. But
are you guys having to wear masks and stuff still?
Yes, but I'll tell you this, we're in the HVAC industry, right? And HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, air, and cooling. Okay, but when we think about an AC system, we only think about hot and cold, the temperature. The other 50% is air quality and ventilation, ladies. So a lot of the information that we get about wearing masks outdoors is really against a lot of stuff that we learn about in the trade. So you got to think about it. The air quality and airborne diseases and clusters and UV lighting, that's our realm. That's what we do. We support hospitals, facilities. So when we get news that's watered down, that's like, oh no, don't run your AC. We're like, you gotta be crazy. Now you're introducing organic growth and mold and you're thinking you're getting sick. So anyways, I'm not gonna jump on that bandwagon. I'm just saying, I only wear masks inside a facility if I don't have verification of their air filter and quality system. And right now in the United States, that's something that's not regulated. Sadly, it's not regulated. In my own office space that I have here in my office, we do not wear masks because there is a limited amount of people that come in. So we are doing the social distancing more, but we are definitely not huddling up together. We're not wearing masks outside because it's not necessary for us to wear masks outside. And we have a very physical job. So when my guys are up in the attic, right, helping someone out, we have to wear those masks. We have to preserve those type of PPE equipment for our breathing, for those type of things. So that's where we're at right now. So I'm not, going down in Texas in a hot parking lot, catching a heat stroke with my mask on. That's unnecessary. I'm not doing that.
It is so hard to wear a mask when it's so hot outside, right? I mean, I'm just like, I can't breathe.
You can't. And they did studies about that. They were like, they had like a firefighter. I don't know what they did. I think it was staged, but the guy was like, I'm doing all this physical activity and I can breathe. And you're like, I lose my breath going up the stairs. I don't know what he's talking about. So,
well, and it's good to get this, some new perspective and voices, and see what other people are doing and interacting. Both Tina and I have, pretty much been moles, like in our homes and not going.
We're chunky, what did we say? Chunky monks?
Chunky monks. Yeah. I read something. You're going to come out either a hunk or a chunk, a monk or a drunk. And
chunky monks.
I said, how about a chunky monkey? Because we're not going out. We're not doing a whole lot of stuff, right? I did go this weekend. We hung out at some friend's house, but we were outside, I don't know. I guess
right,
at the pool in 100 degrees and now it's snowing outside.
Now it's snowing outside, right? But hopefully we've got some really bad fires going on here in Denver. Hopefully this shift in weather will distinguish those. So, well, let's get to know Dr. Keetra Davenport King. She is an author, an advocate, a leadership consultant. Dr. Keetra, tell us more about who you are and what you're doing.
Well, first of all, thank you, ladies, for having me, and I just feel honored to be here as a guest. But what I do, I have a nonprofit organization. I'm in the nonprofit world. The nonprofit leadership is Life After Advocacy Group, and we help women who have been abused, help them to kind of recalibrate and reconnect with their life after being a victim. Sometimes when you become victimized, you lose your journey. You know, you lose your zeal for leadership as a leader because they feel that they're not important. So just kind of help them recalibrate into the society as a leader, and as well as Rock Dimensional Consulting. And through Rock Dimensional Consulting, I do a lot of leadership coaching and business coaching and seminars on how to reconnect to effective leadership. Oftentimes, what I've noticed just in my studies is that we've lost the true image of what leadership looks like, and really, and that's why I'm so excited about Navigate Her, is because it gives us the ability to meet leaders and aspiring leaders to know what it means to really lead correctly, what characteristics that looks like, and how you are to approach leadership, being at the table, not only just being at the table, but have a voice at the table. And so that is the thrust of what RDC does, is really just reconnecting us to those qualities. And then as an author, I've published a couple books. My leadership manual for the leadership recourse, and that is what focus on reconnecting as who we are as leaders, as well as seeing beyond the shattered glass. And that goes with my advocacy work and through my nonprofit of my ability to overcome being a victim of abuse, and continue to just walk into my who I am as a leader and who I am as a person. So that's a snapshot of who I am. And so those are the things that I'm passionate about. And I appreciate Aram saying that, because once you understand your passion, definitely it drives your purpose. So that is what I'm excited about.
How has that shifted? Has any of that shifted for you during the last few months?
In regards to just
anything, the way you're doing it, the way you're getting the word out, how you're connecting with just everything.
Yeah. Well, as interesting as it may be, the shift is pretty much better because we are able to connect with a broader people through social media. Social media is our best friend right now. More people are actually engaged in social media, whereas when we were just networking out, it was who you met in the room. Like, so you would go to an event and you would meet these people in the room, but now with social media, you can meet people that you would never meet before. Like, I met you guys, like, I'm not sure if I would have met you guys if I wouldn't have been in the social media realm. So I think that social media has been a plus, and it has been easy to navigate through that. I have to admit, it's a push for me because I wasn't on all social media platforms. Like, I wasn't on Twitter, and I wasn't on Instagram, and so I've always done Facebook. I think that's been comfortable, but just being able to really venture out and being pushed as a leader to expand. So it has really been great. It's been an easy transition for me in regards to just promoting, but just a little difficult to really get in the thrust of where we are right now. So it's been good.
A lot of people, right, I think feel, this is part of us being entrepreneurs, is that optimist, right? The half glass full. There have been a lot of successes, a lot more access, being able to, meet more people. I think the virtual element has allowed us to go, right? We're in Dallas today. We can hang out and be a part of Dallas Professional Women. We can hang out in Oregon. We can, right? All of these events we don't have to drive to. We don't have to get a babysitter, rush home to take our pets, our dogs out, like all of this stuff. So we're making, right? We're making lemonade out of this for sure.
And that's the whole entrepreneur spirit. It's like being innovative, and also being connected to where we are. And I think just being present in the present. And when you want to be successful, you definitely have to be able to be adaptable. And I think that is what we're doing as leaders. It's just we're adapting to where we are. We're not complaining about it. We're just adapting to it because we definitely want to evolve and see evolution, in this time.
And so what do you see coming down the pike? Like, what exciting things do you see coming for all the things you've got your little hand in the cookie jar?
Well, obviously with RDC, my leadership recourse, the seminar, I love that. I hope to really develop that into a more of a virtual setting, because it's very fun and it's very interactive, that seminar. And it also allows leaders to reconnect to some of the things that they've lost along the way. They forgot how to lead and they shifted into management. And I think we need both of them, but we also need to understand that leaders beget leaders. Like I want you to be better than me. I want you to evolve further than me. And I think, again, that's another premise of this Navigate Her conference, is that we are not just telling you what we did, we're telling you how to do those things. And that's what Leadership Recourse does. It helps leaders to reconnect to what they may have lost. And that my hope is that I can definitely bring that into the virtual world. It's we have to just be honest and transparent that we have had to adjust as well. So that now we've taken what we would normally do where people can engage and collaborate. I am so big on that too, collaboration, and staying in your lane and knowing if I can't do it, someone else. And definitely bringing that back to the forefront of leader development is that you have to collaborate. It's not just about who you are and what you do. And you can't say, I don't want to help her out because I'm trying to get there. No, you're going to get there. You just got to collaborate with her. And I think that's my hope, is to bring that Leadership Recourse seminar into the virtual world. I'm definitely looking forward to writing a leadership book next year, another book next year, because that's my area of study, strategic leadership and organizational structure. That's what my doctoral studies are in. So I definitely want to bring a different perspective on linear versus global leadership, and definitely put that out in the marketplace for people to really capture what that looks like and how to address it and how to see it. And so we can be global leaders ultimately. That's, and not only global, but servant leaders. So that's my hope.
Keitra, I know you're also speaking on the Navigate Her conference as well,
yes.
Right?
Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah, so I am. And I think, to piggyback off of Aaron, because we're on the same platform, but what I want to do is, because we are dealing with so many inequalities and civil issues right now as a world issue, and not just a community issue, it's a world issue. And so I think the premise of this conference is to show you how to navigate through those, how to, when you go to the boardroom, to have your voice, be okay and confident with your voice, and be able to exhibit that in a way that is received. I so understand the whole point of when you create an ideal, and it's a great ideal, and you feel like someone's going to take that ideal from you. I think just being secure that it doesn't matter if somebody implement the ideal that you brought to the table, ultimately, was it implemented? Because if you implemented it, they gonna need you. It's only gonna go so far, because you were the mastermind behind the ideal. So I think because we all struggle with that. And honestly, like, that was my ideal. They just took it and ran. But at the end of the day, I think where we are as a world, I think we just have to be willing to release it and let go, because we want to see effective change, and effective change it's great leadership. So that's what I hope. And I'm excited about the Navigate, because I just want to really hone in on the how to and what those characteristics as leaders we should have, like empathy and also like being confident and being able to, especially when you have life has happened. That makes sense. Life has happened, because we do wear many hats as women. So we have to also reconnect with those characteristics as a leader, and being confident and being empathetic and have integrity and not being, the historical platform for women, that cattiness, just being okay with helping Aram and helping Tina and helping Angel. And that's what I hope to see. That's what I hope to bring to the platform, is just those areas of characteristics of how to have those.
I love it. Well, how do you want people to connect with you, Keitra?
Well, you can obviously on all social media. Should I say that again? All social media at Arthur Dr. Keitra, or you can go to my Facebook is Dr. Keitra L. Davenport King. If you go to my website, it's www.life, Life, after, A is in Apple, G is in good.org, lifeafterag.org. And you can connect with RDC, Rock Dimensional Consulting, my leadership training. You can kind of get more about that as well. And just to see a little bit more who I am.
I love it. I love it. Well, ladies, stick with me. I just need to talk about our sponsors for a minute. Of course, the Angel and Tina morning show is made possible because of our fabulous guests. So love you ladies being on with us this morning, for sharing life, your wisdom, your laughter, your joy with us. But also, it's brought to you by our 3 fabulous sponsors. Number 1 is Bliss by the Lake Boutique, our clothing sponsor, which I guess I got to switch from summer clothes to winter clothes. Well, actually, not really. It's temporary here, climate change in Denver. But check them out online, on Facebook especially, Bliss by the Lake Boutique. Also by the Zandra TV Network, who is bringing you the Navigate Her conference. These are just 2 of the fabulous ladies that are going to be speaking on that event. But the Zandra TV Network is the premier award-winning network where small business entrepreneurs can tell their story on local, national, and global TV. So think about, if you've got a podcast, if you've got content, how can we elevate that? We talk about the big D is Dallas. Well, around here, the big D is distribution, and making sure that you are distributing that content. And you can get started or just schedule a discovery call by going to their website, beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com to start your affordable global marketing experience today. And then here it is. We just came off of a 3-day weekend. Did you come into a to-do list that's longer than you'll ever get done? I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and a little overbooked this morning. If you have more items on your to-do list than you can ever get to by yourself, hire a virtual assistant with Sonic VA so that you can focus on what you do best by hiring out all the rest. Go to sonicva.com, sonicva.com, to hire your virtual assistant. And then not just one, you can hire 3, 7, 28, as many as it takes. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, you get a 10% discount on your first 40 hours of VA service. So thank you, Bliss by the Lake Boutique. Thank you, Zandra TV Network. And thank you to Sonic VA for sponsoring our show this morning. This is, you ladies are empowered.
Right there, it was like an empowering Tuesday. I was gonna say Monday, but it was like a Tuesday. Like,
it is
power for women here.
It is absolutely. It is
fun.
absolutely. So Erin, so coming forward, I know you've got a lot of things. I love the fill the empty seat at the table concept. What are some, tips that you can give our folks this morning who are just like, all right, how do I get that ikigai thing? Or how do I step out? How do I
okay,
follow
so
in your footsteps?
Absolutely take inventory. That's my favorite word. Starts with the letter I, inventory. Look inward, write down a list of everything that you think you're good at. Then find your best friend, ask her, don't share your list, figure out what they see in you, reflect, see if there's any situations you constantly see yourself being put into. Like, for example, if you're the one who's always singing happy birthday and they're pushing you in the front, girl, maybe you have a voice to sing. Maybe you have a voice to say something. So take a look at the different situations and then figure out what makes you happy based off of those skills you have. Maybe you are great at what you do, but you don't like to do it. You got to have a conversation with yourself. Maybe there's things that you're putting off, but start with taking an inventory of your strengths. Okay, start there, because you're always going to be good at the things that you're naturally good at. And when you're excited about doing those things, it's not work anymore. It's all play.
That is true. That is true. Get to a place where it doesn't feel like work. When I wake up and my husband says, and I say, hey, we didn't have to work this weekend. He's like,
what are you talking about?
Like, that was fun.
We worked all weekend.
We brought in big trash cans and we're just like dumping stuff and purging stuff.
That's not work. That was fun for me.
Right. You got your office. Right. Yes.
That's how I relax. Although this is fun too, but it's nice to have, it's just nice to have the shift in space. Yep. How about you, Dr. Keetra? What are some tips or suggestions or things you think that our folks might benefit from hearing from your wisdom with today?
Well, again, I think that one, I'm just start with the word reconnect. I think reconnecting to who we are as leaders, and then once we reconnect, we answer these questions: the why. Why do I do what I do? Why do I lead? And what brought me to this place of leading others? Because in order to be a great leader, we got to first be a great follower. So I know these are very practical principles that we all started on. Those were our catalysts to get to where we are today. But I think those are what we need to be reminded of. So the why, and then what do I need to do to reconnect? How do I get back to what I used to do? Where did I go? Where did I go back to get that zeal of being a servant leader? You know, because I'm all about serving. That's ultimately what I've heard today is serving. So how do I get back to that, and what do I need to do? And then implement. Then start utilizing those strategies again. And then you will not only see as we evolve and bloom, you will just see the discovery of the people around you. Because one of the things I think we'll say here today is that people are always watching us, and they mimic what they see, not so much of what we say. So if they see a leader in action, then they're going to become a leader in action. So that's what I want to lead the people today.
Love it.
Oh, she's gonna lead the people.
Lead us into
right?
action.
Serve. I have a little sticky note that says, show up, serve others, and
Yes.
shine your light. And it is I think that is a female, I think that's just comes naturally. We're natural nurturers.
Yes.
And, want to bring people together and figure out, we don't have to do it all. We kind of have like the village, you think about, the women in the villages, I'll watch your kids while you go and do this, and
Yes.
I'll do our thing. And I think we bring so much. Like, don't underestimate. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's small or insignificant, right? I mean, even our pinky, even that baby toe, right? That is an important, if you hurt it and you can't walk
Even
on
your
it,
shoulder, if you heard it,
Yeah.
every
up for the count.
Yeah. That pinky toe is a balancer. I tell you, it keeps us balanced.
yeah, we all need, we all bring. And so really that inventory of what do you have in place already. And I read a meme not too long ago, but we're feeling tired. It's not because we're doing too much, but because of too much of what doesn't shine that light inside of us. Taking on too many other things, and we don't have to. We don't have to be the martyr. We don't have to take it all in. We can delegate. We can share the responsibility and work together collaboratively. And so I love all this. Okay, so the Navigate Her conference, do we have details about that?
Well, what I do know, I guess we all can kind of contribute to this. What I do know is that it is going to be phenomenal. I do know that.
It's October 2nd and 3rd.
Yes. October 2nd and 3rd, right? And we are, I don't know. I think that.
Speakers,
Yes,
right?
There's two panels, a bunch of breakout workshop sessions. There's a VIP ticket, which is what everyone should be going out there.
We should have had Zandra on today too.
Yeah.
I think Zandra's coming on tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
There's two types of tickets though, for sure.
Yes.
There's a VIP one, which you get like this cute little, swag and your drink mix and your mixology stuff. And then the general admission. And there's spotlights as well. So that's really cool that if you're a small business and you want to spotlight your business, your brand, you do have an opportunity to do that too.
Well, I was able to go quickly to Zoom or to Facebook, Navigate Her. It's all one word, like navigator, but Navigate Her, HER at the end, Women's Leadership Conference. It's a 2-day event, professional development event designed specifically for the ambitious, goal and action-oriented career woman and female entrepreneur that will navigate them toward their leadership and business dreams. It's 2 days of events. So go to Navigate Her. You can read about the VIP. The VIP ticket has access to a special session, a special guest, special delivery in the mail the week of the conference. I love all that. And every attendee who will receive a certificate of completion that certifies 5 hours of leadership training. Well, is that through the Dallas Professional Women?
No, that's completely through Zandra's network.
Through Zandra. Okay, so there's a whole lot of stuff here. You can RSVP, get to order your tickets. And I know, I mean, we've been putting on summits every single month, and over 50% of our registrations come in the last 24 hours. Like, I know it's so easy because you don't have to get flights, you don't have to make arrangements. It's so easy to put off registering, but a lot of times you get to be part of that community and start to connect and be a part of the energy and the excitement. So register today. Go and check it out and click yes, and always go VIP, right? Tell the world you're a VIP. I love that. You know, and of course we all love getting little gifts and goodies.
Well,
goodies
and they're getting some mixology in the mail. What? We need to start doing that for the Connect Summit. We'll send them the Angel Tina Teeny.
I love it. Yes, because we do have our own cocktail for the networking event afterwards. So navigate her. If you put that in Facebook, it will bring it up. Here, it looks like, let me show you so you make sure you know you're in the right place. Well, it won't turn, but it's got this little pink navigate her Women's Leadership Conference. So you'll see that. Well, ladies, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun. The time has really flown by this morning, and it's always a good sign. But welcome and thank you for all that you are doing, and stay connected with us. I'm Angel Tussey. I'm your media exposure specialist, and I always say, if you've got news, alert the press. Your story is too big to just have it contained into your own company. Right? Let's let the world know and create some publicity and media exposure. If you want to get started with your complimentary media starter kit, you can go to my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. You're going to get resources for some guaranteed media exposure, how to get out some press releases, put together your media interview one sheet, everything to get your story out into the world. And it's all complimentary at makeyourbigimpact.com. We do have some workshops coming up. Of course, today, both Tina and I are involved with the Manny Lopez Network of Influence event this week. I'm doing a hybrid event on Friday with my friend Carrie Conley, and both virtual and pseudo live. I don't know, my first one, we'll see how that flies. But if you're in the Denver market and you want to be one of the few in the audience, you can plug into that. Lots of great stuff going on here. I'll tell you what, the Power Voices Association is alive and well. Whoever you want to meet is probably one connection.
To one or two people away, right?
Yeah, right here. So thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
I love that. And it is Tuesday, so you have a short week this week. I am Tina Torrance, your client retention expert, also known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with building your audience or finding the right clients or even retaining those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that I hope you grow your audience organically, connect and nurture those relationships that we've been talking about all day today, and then take those relationships and then turn them into paying clients. You can grab that guide if you text the word connection to 267-267-86. That is the word connection to 267-86. Thank you guys for joining us. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we are grateful to have you in our audience and being our loyal fans. We hope you guys have a great day, and we hope that we brought a bright start to your day. Hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday. It's a short week, so remember to check your calendar, because some of us didn't do that. And join us on the networkofinfluence.com. Put your promo code Tina, not media, Tina, in there.
Tina's in third place. She's going to win the toaster for
I'm in second place now.
Oh, you're in second place? Right. So when you register at networkofinfluence.com today, if you use the promo code Tina, she could end up in first place. I would tell you to use the promo code media, but I'm way down like in 8th place. So use the promo code Tina and help her.
It's a 3-day event, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Come join us for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Les Brown is one of the speakers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like a bunch of people who are in movies and have films on Netflix.
What was the movie Breaking Bad.
Okay, so lots of incredible guest speakers and prizes.
Networkofinfluence.com. Put the promo code Tina and you will get your free ticket. It's a $197 ticket. You get it for free today.
Networkofinfluence.com, promo code Tina. or if you're feeling, no, don't put media. Don't put media. Put TV.
No, you gotta help me win first place.
Yeah, we want her to win. We do want her to win. She's a rock star. She's a rock star. Ladies, thank you
All
so
right, guys. I will see you
Thank
guys
you.
tomorrow on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, 11 o'clock Eastern. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye. Thank you.
much.